Never. Who did that?
Why did your dog decide to chomp on your glasses?
She just got to them, and yeah, they're pretty
Oh,
they're pretty gone. I have
you
to
don't
get
have
new ones.
you don't have it. You don't have any old ones to fall back on, don't you?
I think I do. I just have to find them.
Oh, okay, okay. Well,
Yeah.
did this happen all of a sudden or what?
She chews on everything, and she just happened to get to these. I had them on my nightside table, and she was able to grab
Oh,
them.
yeah, yeah.
So
And it's very easy to fall asleep, and then I guess she'll be chomping.
yeah,
You know how
exactly.
dog. Yeah, you know how dogs are.
But I mean, I guess I could still kind of.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, Paul,
Yeah. No.
I got my green shirt on for the Packers today. No,
Well, yeah.
I'm just kidding. I got my one and only Brendan Dassey one on.
Yay.
Excellent.
Yeah, for last year's rally, I'm pumped up for this year's already.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But talking about the Green Bay Packers, of course, who's going to win tonight?
I don't know. Either team is okay. I'm not rooting for. Well, I'd like to see the Rams get in because Matthew Stafford does go back a long way with the Lions, but I guess to each their own.
Yeah. Well, I've actually, we went for a walk this afternoon and I actually put some money in the betting shop on the LA Rams to win. So,
Oh, really? You picked the same
yeah.
team I did then, huh? Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Matthew Stafford. He's pretty good.
So if they, so the odds I got here in the UK was that if for a £5 bet, if the Rams win, then you obviously you get your stake back plus £2, £2.20.
Oh,
So it's not going to be a huge amount, but
okay.
I think they're pretty odds on
No,
to
from my ears deceived me. I heard you were pouring a drink. What are you drinking? This is what I'm drinking today.
Uh
Um, I'm going. You ever hear of Jamaica Man? But this is Jamaican Me Happy.
oh.
I know it's. Hey, I thought I'd get you. Look at this, right at you. Look at
Aye.
And then you've
what
got
what I
your
know.
black
Paul.
IPA. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Paul's is probably 5 times stronger than mine.
It's only six
IPA.
percent.
Yeah.
I think mine's only two. I think.
All right, then no, this
Yeah, I
is
think you got like
Yeah.
a wine cooler, don't you, Pete?
Yeah. That's left over
Yeah.
from 1975, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, I
yeah.
just got a vitamin water. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey, hi everybody in the chat. TTM Fangirl, Darkside,
yeah.
R. William, and Kim West. All the usuals. So what's new there,
Right.
otherwise, guys?
Well,
Hey,
Becca, Becca, ladies first because I've got something.
okay. I'm sorry there. I didn't mean to step on you there,
Um,
Becca.
Nah.
oh no, you're fine.
Yeah.
I've been getting rally plans done. TTM Fangirl and I have been working on the banner for the rally. So TTM Fangirl put it together. It looks beautiful. I can't wait for it to show it off. And then I made the T-shirts. I'm just waiting for Steven and Brendan to okay it, and then
Yeah.
I was gonna make them public so that way people can start buying them. And the T-shirts are being sold through the same merch store as Brendan's, but the T-shirts are going to be split. Like the profits are going to be split between Brendan and Steven, and they're going to be sent to them directly. So, and Brendan, I did have a event for Brendan's pork sandwiches that he was supposed to be getting, but because of the COVID in the prisons, they canceled the they canceled
The event.
they canceled the food event. Yeah, so sorry.
When aren't they canceling shit? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So I asked Brendan how do you feel about the event still going through? And we send you, and he wants us all to still have a pork sandwich for him and still send him pictures of it. So
yeah.
Hopefully next month though he can have a food event back again. So we'll see.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I just got off the phone with him before. Boy, it's been a really
Yay!
wild ride with him too. I'm supposed to check in with you. I don't know the phone company that he's with. you're supposed to call and complain for him. Something about when it says, "Would you accept the call from Brendan Dassey?" and you press 5.
Oh,
Yeah, something with the 5 isn't working. I tried 3 phones when he called today. He even called me on my cell phone, and my cell phone didn't
yeah.
even work.
All
So
right,
just
I'll call and complain.
just at the last minute because I missed him Wednesday. It happened to me,
Yeah.
and then Friday something happened, and I missed him on Friday. So I really feel bad because it's my own boy, and
Right. Yeah. No,
usually
I'll
usually fathers don't do that to their sons. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, I'll add that to my list of things that
Okay. Yeah.
Mr. Brendan Dassey is having me do for him.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Yeah, no,
Really
I'll
appreciate it.
I'll gladly call and complain to them. I love complaining to people, so especially when I get
something to do with that 5. I guess his mom. It happens a little bit with his mom, but me, it was really bad.
right. Yeah, I remember you were telling me that earlier.
Yeah. And you don't have no glitches at all, huh? When he calls you on Saturday.
No, not really.
Okay.
But it could also be based on like the time of the day.
Oh yeah, that could be. Yeah, that could.
Because he calls me in the morning.
No idea. It's on that piece of paper.
Yeah.
Must be behind the TV.
I'm adding it to my notes.
He just said call and complain because it happens to his ma too, but not as much as me. And I never got to talk to him Wednesday. And today,
Okay.
just out of the clear blue, the last he called me like 6 times, and then the last time it finally went through, and it's like, why don't they just have it when he calls and it says, "Would you please accept a correct call from Brendan Dassey?" As long as you stay on the line, that means you're accepting it. Why do you have to press a number? Yeah.
Well, I know, and I know a few people know this about the text behind people. If people still want to email the text behind people about Brendan not getting his letters, I know Steven's having the same issues too.
Oh, is it with the 5 or with the letters?
Yeah, because if they don't have there was a moose. Because if they don't have like the letter just right, they tend to they just throw the letter away.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. So if people want to call and complain about that,
Hey, there you go. That's how I look when I know Paul would come up with something like that. I wanted to use it for a thumbnail, Paul, not what you're doing, but otherwise, that's me relaxing when I put on 16,000 steps a day after work.
that's
Well,
funny.
that's what I was going to say. That's your that's what you sent me, wasn't it? That's the picture you sent me. Yeah, that's it. Then just see where are we? Where are we with this? Let's see where are we?
Hey, why don't you put that one on?
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm going to use that as the thumbnail for today's video. It says the Possum Lodge. You posted this, didn't you, Pete?
Yeah, I did.
The Possum Lodge response to Elf on the Shelf. You've heard of the Elf on the Shelf. Well, here is a. At first, I thought it's a moose loose about the hoose, but it's not. It's a goose.
Yeah.
And a moose that's loose about the hoose.
Yeah, on my head. Even shit on my head. I'm mad at it. Yeah. Hey, well, how about that other one I sent you? The one with Captain Kangaroo. You got that one handy? That was me back in the day. I think I was 5 years old.
Oh, yeah.
I was 5 years old. You remember that show, Captain Kangaroo?
Let's see if I can get that one up for you.
I remember that show.
Yeah, that was me in my younger days.
Was it?
Yeah.
With the haircut and everything?
Yeah, I just had the antlers sticking off.
Oh, okay.
I sent that to Paul. I wanted to see if you wanted to throw it on here for me.
Yeah, hold on a sec. Let me see if I can get that. It'll be here somewhere.
I know he just loves that stuff. That's why I sent it to him. Yeah, so Becca, congratulations. I heard you're moving to bigger and better things with your job, or what?
Well, yeah. I'm starting to take classes to do other things. I still work where I work, but I'm going back to school to learn a different trade. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm excited.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you are. Yeah, and good luck with that, because well, nowadays, I mean, today people don't want to work around here, so you can come into Wisconsin here, Manitowoc and Two Rivers, and go anywhere, and I'm sure you'll
Uh,
get in. I'm sure you'll get in there. Hey, there we are.
uh, oh, okay, I see. So
How
you're
old?
the moon.
How old? No, that's no. He's the guy on the left, the dude on the left. How old were you then?
Probably 10, maybe.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I was probably about 10.
That's funny.
I had to throw that on there Paul's way. See, I know he was going to soak that one up.
Have you seen the latest Charlie Berens one where he does the luge? You know, the luge is the downhill tobogganing when you've just got yourself on like a like something smaller than a pallet. Oh, it's absolutely brilliant. I mean, he's so funny. His old Charlie Berens. I would definitely suggest check it out. It's his latest. He stopped doing the Manage What Minute for some reason, and he's just doing
Did
doing
he? He didn't
videos.
show up. He didn't show up because I thought he was supposed to come to Manitowoc.
Well, no, he does shows all over the place. I mean, he's that popular. He's even taken his show to Minnesota and Chicago, hasn't he? You know, and when you think what his punchline is, "Go Packers and F the Bears," you know, they they,
Yeah.
they like him in Illinois as well, and is it Minnesota, Minneapolis, and
Yeah. The Vikings?
yeah, where is it that Linda's from? She's from
Minnesota.
Minnesota, yeah, and Michigan and
she's,
Illinois and all around. I mean, he's just really popular.
Yeah, Linda's right to the left of me.
Yep.
As you can see, I'm doing my nails again, but you're not catching me. Like you did last time.
Yep. Well, as you can probably see, I've got a different backdrop because I'm down. I'm 300 miles south of Galashiels. I'm down in my mum's house in Gloucestershire.
All right.
So what you see on the top shelf there are all trophies that I won at various competitions.
Oh my God!
Oh, nice.
Congratulations!
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
I'll try and get out of the way so you get a better view.
Share your
That's
past.
cool.
Yeah, share a little bit of your past with us. I'm sure it'll be very interesting.
And then that on the wall there is a picture of a very famous place in Scotland. I don't know if you recognise it. Anybody recognise that place?
I
No.
can barely see it. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Let me do this.
I can barely see it, and I do have glasses on. Oh yeah,
Let me do
now
that.
it's bringing up a little bit.
Yeah,
I can't make it out. I'm sorry.
Nah.
Not really. Yeah.
that's Roslyn Chapel,
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
which is which featured in the Da Vinci Code.
Oh, okay.
No, it's a painting that I got for my mum.
Cool. Yeah, I really appreciate you that you're doing the show, even when you're visiting somebody. That's awesome.
Well, you know, it's been a while, and you know, I always wanted to, you know, it's always in the not in the back of my mind, in the forefront of my mind. You know, must get on and you know keep doing videos with Pete and Becca because we have so much fun, but there's so much going on at the moment. It's
I know. Yeah.
but also just to find out, Pete, you know, and from Becca as well. Like, it's interesting because it's almost as if, dare I say it, Pete, you get to visit Brendan in person, but Becca gets Becca because you know, obviously, you know, Dad is comes along and plays cards and has a chat. But Becca, you probably get information off Brendan that you wouldn't get through Pete because Pete is Dad, whereas you are, you know, sort of similar age, you know, and a female, and so therefore, you know, it's great having the pair of you on because we get to hear what you know what Brendan's like in person.
I can imagine what they're talking is all about. It's going to be different than mine. I tell you that.
Yeah.
So, probably.
Oh yeah. You know, I mean,
he doesn't let me in on anything.
No. I mean, Becca, you probably get all the you know all the chat up lines and all that kind of stuff. You know, off Brendan. You know.
Yeah, I get the Pokemon talk and the
Yeah. So you know, it's great having you on, and I must admit, I've got one or two things in the pipeline. Hopefully, in the not too distant future, I've reached out to a very famous lawyer, and I'm hoping that we can get him on for a chat at some point. I tell you what I found interesting this week just gone by was it's the week started off in the UK with a huge sort of what's the word I'm looking for, a sensational story about a footballer. Now this footballer who plays for a Premier League team, a French footballer, but his name's Kurt Zuma, and it was all in the press. It was big, the big news in the UK because this guy Kurt Zuma was actually videoed kicking his cat.
Oh my God!
And
Oh.
It's a little bit kind of it's I mean it's pretty disgraceful. I mean,
Right.
obviously on the first level, the fact that it's his brother that's actually posted this video and thought it was appropriate to put it on social media. You think,
Right.
what planet are they from? What on earth made them think it was appropriate to do something like that?
I don't know. It's almost like tattling on your brother.
Yeah, but I mean the
Well,
thing.
and you got
At
to
a
think,
certain,
like, if they feel comfortable enough to post something like that online, you got to think of who they interact online,
Yeah, but
because that
also
means that they think they have an audience for it.
indeed, which is totally bizarre, but also it was such a backlash against the fella, because obviously being cruel to your cat, even just sort of dropping it and kicking it, sliding it across a like the stone floor. It's just like he apologized for it, and said it was a one-off. And people are thinking, no, that can't be a one-off. That's typical behavior.
My poor
You know.
cat.
Yeah.
I
But
hope he
then,
gets cruelty to animals because there's so many people are in this world that they don't even take care of their animals and stuff. Why even get one? Why even waste your time?
do you know what the upshot of it was? That there was a huge outcry against him. This Kurt Zuma. He played the following night for West Ham, got booed by everybody in the stadium, because of his behaviour, even the West Ham fans, which is a big do. But also, eventually, the RSPCA went and took the cats off him. Two cats took it off him, But then on the other hand, you're thinking like Sir Stephen Avery. If in the case of Steve, they, obviously he was involved in this cruelty to animals, the cruelty to the cat. But it's the guilt is make it out as if well, what more proof do you need? Steve must have killed Teresa because of the cat incident, and it's like, well, how far do you go with this?
Right.
And I also remember, Pete, that you've pointed out that it wasn't just Steve that was actually charged over the cat incident; that there were others involved in it that
Oh yeah, yeah.
that have
Actually,
also been in trouble for it.
I heard his best friend's the one that did it, but
Mm,
Steve stuck up for his best friend, which I
Right.
understand. But it was wrong for Steve to take the blame because
exactly.
that just made him look worse. You know what I
Well,
mean?
it followed him for the rest of his life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, but still, it was wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, it just struck me as being a bit bizarre. This whole kicking the cat and slapping the cat and throwing stuff at the cat, and posting it on social media. Anyway, as I say, I just couldn't help thinking that the bottom line is, Kurt Zuma. You try that in Wisconsin, you could end up being accused of all sorts of stuff based on this
Oh
your
yeah,
attitude
oh yeah,
towards the
yeah,
cats.
yeah. Neglect down the block here. You're not going to believe it, but there was a person that got taken in here. They had 20 cats in their
Wow.
house, and some of them were starving. So The animal shelter found out about it, or the police and stuff. They took over, and 20 cats. Guys, if you can't take care of two, why add another 18 to the bunch? I just don't get it. You know.
Cat hoarders or animal hoarders, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I understand you love the animals, but take care of them too.
Right.
It's a tricky one. That I must admit. We on the way down. We've got obviously the two dogs, and when we stopped at services, there was a couple of people that said to us, "Oh, is this puppy and mother?" And I said, "No, no, these two are engaged. They just don't know it yet."
Aw.
We're engaged, yeah.
We're hoping for little jogs and lunas, and people have
Are
said,
you? Are you going to breed them?
yeah, but they said, well, how can you possibly give them away? It's like, well, no, we'll keep one for ourselves, but we realise that if we're going to breed from them, it's going to cost quite a bit to breed, and
Right.
hopefully we can recoup a little bit by selling them on, but only to people that that are responsible and are going to look after the dog. And we've already been in touch with the place we got Luna from. A couple of weeks later to say that Luna's doing absolutely fine, really enjoying life with Jock, and that's all we're hoping for, is that we're going to end up with let's say Jock, Luna, and a little Jock or Luna. I can appreciate that there are some people that would find it very, very difficult to then, give or even sell, a load of puppies. Like if there's 8 puppies,
I would have a hard time
keep,
with it.
yeah. Do you know what I find really interesting? I've got pupils who they get these particularly Labrador puppies, like a Labrador puppy as at so many weeks old, and they keep it for a year, and it's to be trained up for the blind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Brendan's got that by him. A couple times I went in to visit him. They got an organization in by him where I seen a couple dogs, and I'm going, hey, cool. What are these from? Oh, the people. Some of the prisoners are doing that training of dogs for people outside.
Yeah,
I wish Brendan could do that. He'd probably really enjoy it.
Oh, that would be superb for him. Why is he not allowed to do it, Becca?
I think because of the nature of the crime that he was convicted of. They, in his particular prison, they're not allowed to work with the animals.
That's just ridiculous. I mean, he's in a very low security prison anyway, isn't he?
Yeah. No, he is.
That's got to be hard, spending a year or two with the dog and train him, and then all of a sudden you got to say goodbye to the dog.
Well,
it is. You've just got to accept it from the start, haven't you?
I was going to say, I know a few people who are inmates who do that, and like one is Charlie Erickson from the Ryan Ferguson case.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the one that gave the false confession.
Is he still locked up? Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, he's still locked up. Well, there's a whole story to that one, but
sorry, Becca. That documentary is on Netflix. Is it the Dream Killer one?
Yeah, Dream Killer. Yeah,
Dream Killer. Just if anybody wanted to check that one out.
Yeah, that's a whole other different reason why he's still locked up. But unfortunately, because he is innocent. But yeah, he does the dog training thing, and he enjoys it a lot. And I don't know, like, I guess you go into it knowing that you're going to be training these dogs and that they're going to be going away. And he said that he has a sense of pride knowing that he's giving back in a way, So.
Sure. That's interesting, Millbilly. You've put Jerry Yander.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that the guy? Is that the guy that was also involved with this cat incident? And
Pete, you're like, that's right.
I was going to answer him on my phone, right, Millbilly? But he beat me to it, so I can't punch it, and I'm too slow. I'm sorry.
What relation is Jerry Yander to the Yander that married Bob? Are they
I think
related
they're
at all?
like, yeah, I think they're like distant cousins. I don't know, but
Oh, right. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm just saying that I'm thinking, but maybe not. But yeah, that's a Yonda too. So I don't know. No, I
Yeah.
think his name was Jonda. It started with a J.
Right.
Jerry's last name starts with a Y.
He is related to
Right.
somebody though in
Oh,
the
is he?
case, isn't he?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah. One is
Just
Yanda
like, I'm
and
Rob,
one is
sorry, I'm
yeah,
having
Yanda.
like a weird like misfire of information in my brain, but like I feel like he might be related to somebody in the family
yeah.
somehow.
Robin's got it right on the bottom there. It's
Jonda.
Yeah, Jonda and Yonda is the one that threw the cat in. So I don't know if that's the same last name. It is a little difference, but no, I think he is relation to somebody. But you're right, Becca. I don't know. It's like
Yeah. It's I can't. There's too many people. Too many. Where's Jinx at when you need her?
oh,
She could connect it.
somebody with a steel trap mind, right?
Well, she has all the genealogy stuff down to a
yeah.
T. Like you can give her a name and she can tell you all their genealogy and who they're related to. And
It's. I mean, obviously, within that community in Manitowoc County, there seems to be, dare I say it, a little bit of, you know, everybody knows one another kind of thing, doesn't there? Um,
yeah,
I remember reading the autobiography of a famous rugby coach here in the Borders. Well, I'm not in the Borders right now, but normally in the Borders, and he talks about the fact that everybody thinks that everybody in the Borders, Scottish Borders, is related, which isn't actually true, but it's impossible to disprove because
yeah,
everybody knows everybody. That comes with the territory, doesn't it? When you've got a rural community, not a huge population. I mean, what's the total population of Manitowoc County? About 80,000.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm down here in Gloucestershire. I'm
yeah.
staying just outside of Gloucester and just outside of Cheltenham, between Cheltenham and Gloucester. Both Cheltenham and Gloucester, as one's a town, one's a city, both have got populations far bigger than Manitowoc County.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
wow.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Gloucester as a city is well over 100,000, and Cheltenham will be not far off 100,000. I should really check that up again, but you can tell by the size of the places. I mean, it's funny taking the dogs on the walk because they've never seen that much traffic before. We went them on one walk, and we're walking on a bridge that goes over a dual carriageway. And they've never walked over where cars are going underneath, and it's like, they're freaked out by it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you still let them loose where you're at now?
To a certain extent, we took them to a big military barracks, a big sort of officers' mess called the Imgen Barracks. It's named after the Battle of Imgen Hill, where the Gloucestershire Regiment fought very bravely against the Chinese in a particular war. I think it was in the 50s, 1950s. But this place is just huge. So yeah, we can let them off the lead. But I mean, it was amazing.
Don't you ever worry about them? Don't you
Every
ever
single
worry about them running off though at all?
well, no. Every dog that we met, very, very
Okay.
friendly, and the owners
Okay.
as well, fantastic. But so many, it was every time we turned a corner, there was somebody else walking their dog. No, I mean, Jock and Luna, they're very good. Jock comes back when he's called, and Luna just follows Jock. There's no problem with them. There's no danger of them running off. The problem is at first when they see somebody with a dog, they'll just run off and just ignore you at that point. But
No, is
they
Jock and Luna exactly the same breed of dog? Or?
border collie, border
Okay.
collie. Just that Luna has got these brown bits to it because she's what we call a tricolour
And
border collie.
she's a lot smaller too, right?
Well, no, I think I think when she's fully grown, I mean, she's only 15
Oh
weeks now,
yeah. Oh oh
you know.
okay, yeah.
But
Yeah, she's still a
when she's
puppy.
fully grown,
Yeah, okay. Okay.
she'll be as big, if not bigger than Jock. I mean,
Oh my god, he's gonna get his
yeah.
rear end kicked in.
Well, he's already
Yeah.
suffering because she is so full on. She is so hyper. You know, a lot of the
Mhm.
time, particularly in the morning, you know, chasing him around and biting his neck and his ears and his leg and his just everywhere. You know, but they have moments. They have a lot of the
Oh
time
yeah,
when
yeah.
they're really enjoying each other's company. You know, they'll cuddle in together on the stairs. You know, if I'm working outside, they're great. You know, it's lovely to see them. Now then, somebody's asked Pete, what's that behind you?
I don't know. That's Claire fooling around. Oh, hey, she made a debut on my radio station today. I should make a. I should make her. I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know. I didn't change anything. Do you see anything behind me?
I don't
See
know. There's a person
lots of
standing
things.
behind you.
I know. Uh, yeah, she did a Dassey radio for me today. I thought it was pretty cool.
I just like the fact you've got your Belgium flag because Belgium is a little town just south of Manitowoc, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Is that not where Jerome comes from? I'm sure Jerome comes from Belgium.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Oh, look who's got a new
Dassey.
picture.
Oh
Yeah, it's my
wow,
Pokemon character from the new game
yeah.
I played.
All right, awesome.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
I thought that was something like Harry Potter. Harry
No,
Potter, the female Harry Potter.
that's me holding a Pokeball in my
Mm.
Oh,
game.
okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm just rubbing my eyes right now, so I didn't know.
Pete, when did you get to? When was the last time you got to visit with Brendan?
Oh, geez, I think it has to be about a month now.
Yeah, I hear
Yeah,
that he's tested positive again.
Yeah,
he was.
but yeah,
He
then it
did.
was. Now, how can you get this now? I don't understand it. Either you got positive or negative, but somebody told me he had a positive negative. How the hell?
So,
I'm in Twilight Zone. How the hell can you have both?
so what happened was is that the um what's it called? The reserves.
Oh,
Um,
okay, okay.
so somebody came in and tested them all, and there's like a certain percentage of when you get a test, you can get a false positive, they call it,
Oh,
where
is that
it
what it is?
shows up
Okay.
positive, but it's technically not. It's just a fail of the test. But they have to treat it like it's a positive. So he got a positive COVID test, and so he had to be in isolation, but he didn't show any symptoms. He was completely fine. So he thinks that it's a false positive. It could have been a false positive. It could have been he just was asymptomatic. But he was fine.
Right. Okay. That's good to hear that he's no problem. The other thing that interests me is that COVID is basically a type of flu, influenza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes if you had, I've heard from other people that if you simply developed a bad flu, you might
Right.
then test positive for COVID when it's not actually COVID. It's just your
There's
common flu.
there's so much like unknown in COVID that we're still learning every day that it's really hard to, one day it's one thing and then now it's another thing. Like they just recently changed it from 2 weeks isolation in America to 5 days.
I think they've
Although
done the
it's
same.
weird.
Yeah. How come?
Yeah.
Yeah. How come they went from 10 to 5? That's by us too. Why
I
did
think
they
It's
knock off?
just to get people back to work quickly, isn't it?
I
Oh
think so.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's part
yeah.
of it, and also because they're finding that people are actually recovering faster than they were in the beginning of it. But I think it is part of like we need because America's struggling right now with working and
Hmm.
so
I mean, I heard a staggering statistic. I think I saw it was that in total with this COVID pandemic, there's been 900,000 people have succumbed to
Yeah.
COVID in America. 900,000,
Almost-
nearly a
Almost
million.
everybody I know has had COVID or is getting COVID, or yeah,
Mm.
it's pretty.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah,
I hate to
you're
say it
gonna
like
say
this,
what's
but
you're gonna say what's next. This COVID thing really just blew us out of the water.
right.
Mm.
I mean, I hate to say it like this, but the only real way to beat COVID is to just get it and recover from it.
Yeah, yeah.
Assuming that you, as you say, you recover. I mean, I'm
As if
still,
you were,
I'm still
yeah, that's,
struggling. I got mine in October, and I'm still,
yeah. I
struggling
still,
breathlessness.
I had COVID in the beginning of, I think it was 2020,
Wow.
January, and I still sometimes have issues with my lungs. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I had
not
a
I'm not saying everyone should go out there and get COVID, but it's unfortunately
yeah.
it's one of those really contagious things that
I
you're
had a really good friend. His name was Troy. He was out like 3 or 4 months from he had a lung issue and he had to be put on oxygen. And this guy is
yeah,
really, I mean, he can work me under the table any day. But see the guy, I was definitely worried about him. So yeah, he finally came back and then he just worked himself into it. Now he's a full 100% again.
that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like I said, I got it and I had to be on oxygen and all sorts of stuff, and but I mean I'm doing good. It's just every once in a while it's just like my lungs are scarred or something from it. I don't know.
Yeah. So Becca, when was the last time you had a message or some sort of correspondence with Brendan?
He called me yesterday.
Oh wow. No,
Um,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
I tell you, Becca, he's definitely keen on you. He is definitely keen on you, And as
Yeah.
far as I can see, you've got Dad's approval there.
oh boy, see, it's a good thing my
Yeah.
picture's up now. um,
What is that?
I said it's a good thing you can't see my face.
Oh, okay.
Bright
Why?
red.
Oh, red. It's
Why?
red.
What's happened? Why?
Yeah.
I'm
And
blushing.
Oh,
Um,
and what was
he's
Brendan?
he's a very good friend. He's doing really good. He sounded really happy. He called me last Saturday or Friday night
Right.
oh, Friday
during
night. Yeah.
during his isolation. He got a hold of me Friday night and he sounded really good during them too. But yeah, he always sounds happy and excited and um excited to talk to me, and yeah, he's doing really good.
Good.
He was a little bummed about the pork sandwiches, and the mail situation has been really bumming him
Yeah.
out too.
Yeah.
But
The mail's got to be the biggest. I
yeah,
wonder what kind of food they serve in there. Jeez.
I don't know.
Now,
Um,
actually, you've reminded me of somebody of something. I'm sure it was you, Becca, that posted about the fact that people had sent cards to Brendan via Moonpig, and something like 40 of them, and he couldn't receive them because
yeah,
they didn't have the address on them.
right. You see, there's something that I kind of been looking into a lot. So the Moonpig is a UK company, and I guess over in the UK, when you send a Moonpig card, it does have a return address on it. But when you send a Moonpig card, when you're in the UK and you send a Moonpig card to somebody in America, it's printed off in New Jersey, not in the UK. And
Oh,
it's the New Jersey, so even us in America, if I send Pete a Moonpig card,
Yeah.
it'll be printed off in New Jersey, and they won't put the return address on it.
Oh, why is
So
that? Oh,
it's just something to do with that company that, for whatever reason, New Jersey, the plant in New Jersey, they just don't do it. So if you send Brendan a card or a letter and it doesn't have the return address on it, they just throw it
yeah.
away.
Yeah, I find that very disingenuous of this Moonpig company to happily sell people cards, knowing full well that when they send them to Brendan, he's not going to get them.
Right. That's why,
yeah.
I've been actually trying to communicate with Moonpig about that and seeing what we can do to change that, because I agree. It's bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
if I send and it couldn't just be Brendan's prison, it could be any prison, because lots of prisons have this rule.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. You know,
So,
you'd have thought they would have realised that there's a problem, and not take people's money under false pretenses. You know, the idea
right.
is that they're supposed to deliver a card sent by on your behalf. You know, surely they should know the intricacies and the sort of loopholes that you have to or the boxes that you have to tick in order to get this card to Brendan. I mean that was just crazy. You know that he's Brendan saying that he was told that there were something like 44 cards that never made it to him. You know, it's like come on, did you have a bit of common sense in this?
And then how much are we talking? How much are these cards worth?
Well, I mean, to me, they're kind of expensive. Like, they're almost $5 a card.
Oh my God!
You mean they're worth the price if you don't like? I've sent Moonpig cards to Brendan, and I've sent them to. I sent you a couple too, Pete.
Yeah, I know. I got them, but I never really. Is it on the back too? If you look on the back bottom, I guess it's on there.
It says on the back, yeah, it says Moonpig.
Okay.
But I do it because it is convenient. Like, sometimes if I'm in a hurry, or if I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot to send him a card, I'll just I quickly go online and do it. So it is convenient, and it's faster if you're in the UK, because it only takes 3 days versus like 2 weeks. But
I'd rather it take a month and actually arrive at the proper recipient than being 3 days and all they're doing is just taking money for no reason whatsoever.
That's what I've been telling people. If you're in the UK or even in America, anywhere, if you're anywhere in the world and you want to send Brendan a Moonpig card, there is an option to have it sent to you first, so that you can address the envelope yourself. And then you need to make sure that you have your full name and address on it, and then send it yourself to Brendan. Because unfortunately, through the actual website, they're just not getting to him. And yes, it does take a while. Like, it takes 2 or 3 weeks for my letters to get to him.
Right.
But they do get to him. So,
are you able to email him though?
Yes, I am.
Right. That's good. So
that's the convenience that I have. Yeah.
And how long is sorry, I don't know if you're allowed to tell us how long has he had this email access?
I want to say maybe 2 or 3 years.
Was that when he left was it Columbia Correctional? Was that following that?
I think maybe, or maybe no, he had it before he left Columbia.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, because I remember when he went to Oshkosh, they wouldn't let him have his tablet for like a few days.
Yeah, and again, I'm sorry to be asking these sort of questions. Is it a problem at all if people know that you can email him and get replies quickly? Does that present a problem for you with people saying, "Oh, could you ask him this? Could you ask him that? Could you ask him, etc., etc.?"
People do, and I don't mind doing that for them.
Oh, right.
I do encourage everybody to write to him yourself, because I think one, he enjoys getting the letters, and two, I wouldn't want to rob somebody of getting a reply back from him, because it's really awesome feeling to get a letter back. But, a lot of people do say, hey, can you tell him, this and that? And as long as it's not case related, because he's not allowed to, there's no way that I could ask him something case related without it being recorded or anything, because they read all his letters and stuff. Now, if I was visiting him face to face, that'd be different, but I just don't feel comfortable asking him something case related and then having the state get a hold of it, his answer, because it could hurt his case.
Yeah.
Plus, he's not allowed to talk about it.
Well, no, I would imagine that Steve and Laura would prefer him to, to just not discuss too much about the case. It's
right.
It really kind of sucks, because you kind of want to talk about it and get it off your chest.
I'd love to ask him.
Yeah, me too. I want to ask him anything and everything, and just to get it out, and then he'd feel a lot better. But he can't even do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
It's
remember
just
when
tricky.
I remember when I was in Sheboygan when you went in Sheboygan there that while. I drove down there. It's about a half hour drive, and you had to talk through the glass. That kind of sucked big time.
Oh,
They only had a little hole about yay big, and you had to talk through the hole. And I said I also told him I said I keep believing you that he didn't have anything to do with it. It's kind of really hard that that you got to holler through a hole, and then you're wondering.
Yeah.
They got videos of you watching you and everything. It real kind of feels creepy when you went there.
Yeah. I'm sure it was. That would have been really hard for me, I think, to see him like that. I've
Yeah.
seen the
Yeah.
pictures of him. I think you and Brad took
I
when he
got
was first
I
at the jail.
Yeah, I got one in Manitowoc too. That's when he had if you know that's me, and then he's right next to me through the glass.
Yeah.
He had an orange suit on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
could, and he was
Manitowoc.
talking through the
Manitowoc.
phone.
Yeah, and yeah, Manitowoc. You got orange suit. I wasn't supposed to have my phone, by the way, so I could have got in
Well,
trouble big time for that. But hey, I said he's there. I'm gonna take a pic. I don't give a shit if I got kicked out of there. But it went my way, and I made a picture out of it. So
yeah.
yeah,
That's a pretty powerful picture though, because it shows you that
I
there's this
know.
kid
Yeah,
sitting
I
there
know.
like that, and you can't even
Yeah,
touch him. Like
I
you're
know.
separated with glass. Like
You had to go. Yeah, you had to go through the phone. Yeah,
that's
I
just
think.
so heartbreaking to me.
Yeah, it is.
You can't even
Especially.
comfort your own
Yeah,
child. Like that's
especially
awful.
yeah, green. Manitowoc's like that. Sheboygan, Portage. You could see, but if the guy did wrong, they did have a glass thing. If you got punished, you could still talk, but you have to sit behind the glass.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, for the most part, all the rest of them you can take and hug the person. You want to hug the person, because
Right.
you want to show them that you care. You don't want to hug a piece of glass because the glass don't feel anything.
Yeah.
I think surely from Brendan's point of view, he knows the ones that care because Pete, you go and visit Becca, you're in constant
Yeah,
contact with him. I would say that's pretty strong evidence of the fact that you're clearly there to care, and it's just the limitations of how you can contact and visit that they've put in place. It does seem at times ridiculously draconian, but then let's face it, that the whole situation is just it's just ludicrous. It's just bizarre. It's just a system whereby sometimes I think of this Uyghur and Fassbender, and people will put comments like and Kratz. They'll put comments like how do these people sleep at night? And
if you
I've begun to realise Miss Mark Uyghur sleeps at night next to Mrs. Uyghur and has no problem whatsoever with what he did
Right.
because if it wasn't him, it would be somebody else. And it's just the way the system works.
Right. Well, that's the thing. Mark Wiegert even said, "I've got sons your age too, Brendan, and
Yeah.
and he's completely and totally okay with what he did to somebody who's the same age as his own son. Like, so there you go.
Yeah, and then they sort of qualify it with the fact that they they offered him the plea deal way back, and he never
yeah
took it.
yeah Fassbender and the other asshole tried to the window's closing. You got to give him to take the plea deal, and I says
Yeah,
there's not even anything to take. You didn't do nothing wrong. They
yeah,
else kept
Right.
trying. They else kept trying to work on me, but it just bounced off. And you know, you're not gonna get me out with that bullshit.
Well,
Right.
particularly because of Steve holding firm for those 18 years, it was quite remarkable, wasn't it? Looking back and watching the documentary as many times as you do, and he's talking even as a 40-year-old. That mum and dad aren't getting any younger, and he's watched genuine killers walk out of prison because
Right.
they've admitted they
Yeah,
did something,
and I
and
do
he held firm.
and I do feel very sorry for Steve because he never got to visit with his mom before she
Yeah,
passed.
Yeah.
I think that really totally sucks.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I did find it a bit bizarre this one letter that Steve sent. I think I saw he was basically complaining about a whole load of people, and I thought it was very sad that it's like if you're Stephen Avery, and dare I say it, you, you're not the best equipped to deal with hard situations anyway. But the fact that you're in prison for life, no chance of parole. Your lawyers trying her best to get you out, and it seems as if they're determined to keep you in. You know, I think we can give Steve the benefit of the doubt when he's suggesting that these other people are somehow in on it. I don't.
I just know hurt
I
people hurt
wouldn't be too.
people.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too critical as Steve. I think it's um, as well. Probably he's had so many people get in touch with him with so many theories and look at this, look at that,
Right.
look at it must be mind blowing. To have all these people.
And
Eunice,
then he has no real way of vetting it,
she's
He
at the
gets
door.
these.
It's like she's wanting to go out.
Yeah, you're right. He gets all these theories and no real way of vetting them. He doesn't have the same resources that we do.
No.
Um,
And,
and
the same.
and
The
you're
same.
right though. Hurt people hurt people. He's a hurt
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And probably the same for Brendan. There's probably things that he would like to discuss, but maybe can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wonder, when they do get out, how long it's going to take them to get out in the free world, being locked up so long and doing this and that and the other thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, one of my pupils, a couple of my pupils, psychiatrists, they've watched Making a Murderer, and they came back with this rather sad insight to say that for the likes of Steve, that the damage done to him by the system might be irreparable. It might just be too much for him. They said Brendan, yes, that they can definitely see.
I
That,
see
that,
so much light and hope in Brendan and for his
yeah,
future that I do think that when he gets out, he needs to take certain steps like go to counseling or whatever, because he has gone through a lot of shit.
Yeah, because
And
I got a girl that works at my workplace at Plant Two, and her name whatever, and she's been locked up for 6 years for something, and she said that's only 6 years, and she said a lot's changed. So she
yeah,
told me to tell
yeah,
Brendan when he gets out, nothing's going to be the same.
yeah.
and yet,
I have faith that he'll be okay, though. I really, really do.
Oh yeah, because he's got a strong mind. He sounds positive, just like on the phone today. After I got done bitching out from the phone lines not working, and I just well,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, you got a system there. Please press 5, and I pressed it like 55 times, and it didn't go through. And it's like it's not going through. It's like, why don't they just have it where do you accept the call from Brendan Dassey, and as long as you stay on the line, it accepts you automatically. If you hang
yeah,
up, then yeah.
yeah,
Why don't they
yeah.
just do something simple like that?
yeah,
I couldn't talk to him Wednesday. He called me 4 times because of that
yeah.
stupid five issue. And now today I almost missed him.
And is this? It's definitely on these where Brendan is. It's an issue with their phone.
Well, yeah. Hey, I got three phones on here. One's like
Yeah,
this, and the other two is like this. And then he called my cell phone, for God's sakes.
yeah.
And I tried the cell phone, even when I pressed 5 on the cell phone. Same bullshit.
So
Yeah,
there's a problem there and with the
yeah.
system. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, one of the things I would definitely say is that when Brendan is out, let's look forward. When Steve and Brendan are out, and I have absolutely no doubt that Kathleen Zellner will persist with efforts to get Steve out. There will be a Making a Murderer #3 at some point, whether it's
Right.
to try and show total embarrassment on the system in Wisconsin, or whether it's to show what progress has been made in the cases. I can't help thinking that, as I say, for Brendan, probably he's best leaving the country and just getting the hell out of
Yeah, because
America in general.
because you got these assholes that are going to come around and say, "Oh, why did you leave a guilty person out?" I don't worry about those guys because those guys keep saying that stuff, and it doesn't bother me because I don't know them. But everybody I know, and I know a lot of people, including everybody out here, that are for him, and they know that he's innocent.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
you do get a handful of people that oh, they did it, leave them locked up.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of those bizarre things, isn't it? Whereby I suppose going way back to I believe the phrase was coined by was it Nixon? Tough on crime. It goes
Yeah.
back to the late '60s. But for me, tough on crime is simply a euphemism for let the prosecutors, let the judges, let the police do whatever they like. And sod the consequences. We'll just give them carte blanche to do whatever they want, so that there's no chance, absolutely no chance of any guilty person slipping through the system. But what they're doing, of course, is they're what's the figure, Becca? Is it 2% or 5% or 10% of the prison population they reckon is being wrongfully convicted? At the upper end of
Yeah.
that's 200,000 people wrongfully convicted.
Right. Yeah.
Have I got that right?
I think it's like 3 or 4%. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's just, it's just the system. It's just so draconian, so almost barbaric, medieval, evil. What do you want to call it? It's just a real horrendous. Because as Pete was saying, you've got people who, no matter what evidence is produced to show that Steve and Brendan are innocent, completely
Yeah.
innocent,
Yeah.
they won't accept that.
No,
They
no,
will,
no.
because they were found guilty by a jury. It's almost as if, well, there's no smoke without fire. They must have had something to do with it.
Yeah, I had a lot of people come up to me and tell me, that because they know that they're guilty. I said, that's up to you, and it doesn't even pay for me to get mad because I know they're innocent. They're
Yeah.
just some assholes that are like on Fossbender and Wiegert's. Did you see that latest post that I put up with with the jailbird or whatever? Everybody's asking me at work, what did he do something wrong? Kratz there with the jail stuff on. Everybody's asking me at work, what did he do now?
Yeah, it's just.
It's really something. I tell you, I don't know.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, would you believe it? An hour
Really,
has,
Chris, it
has
seems like
Yeah.
it seems
flown
like we
by.
just. No, my phone says here. My phone says we're only been on 10 minutes. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, hey, time flies when you have fun with three great people or two great
What
people.
what time does the Super Bowl start? It'll
Should-
it'll, it'll 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 be late, won't it? Because it's over in LA, so it'll be east. It'll be Pacific
and
time.
and
I was
right
gonna
now
say I think it's just starting now, but I think the pre-show starting.
yeah, and right now it's really hot down there because I guess they got heat advisory
Heat.
down there. So
Yeah.
It's funny is because it's hot here too now. It's just like magically
really,
got.
what does Arizona have right now for?
I don't
temperature?
know, but my window's open and my fan's on, so that
Oh
tells
my
me.
God! If you want to tell me what we got for temperature, I think you'd fall over right now.
I'm sure it's cold.
Yeah, we got about 10, probably -10 with the wind chill.
Let me.
Yeah,
weather.
definitely the long johns for us though. Yeah, but Paul, it goes really fast. Hey, thanks for getting together.
No,
And
see, it's 67 degrees out here right
oh
now.
my God, really? Christ, you
It's
can
starting
really
to warm up.
You can really break the shorts out by you.
Well, here
It,
it's sorry, Becca.
I was just gonna say, no, I mean, it's definitely a open up your house kind of weather and let that breeze in.
I love that because then you can feel the fresh air come right in.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, go, Paul.
It's cloudy here, although obviously it's nighttime, but it's
Yeah.
cloudy and 9 degrees. So that's 9 degrees
You're
centigrade.
cold by
Centigrade.
you too, then, huh? Okay.
Well, but the UK operates on 9 degrees centigrade. I'm not sure
Oh,
what
okay.
that is in terms of Fahrenheit.
I
Let's
don't
have
know.
a
I
look
always
actually.
do Fahrenheit. I'm the older bunch, so if it's 10 degrees, it's 10 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not Celsius. So
Yeah,
I'm
let's
sorry.
just
I'm
see.
sorry. I'm an old folk
I
guy,
think
and
it's like
I grew up the just like at work. I grew up with the with like they do microns, and I always grew up with thousands, and then they do microns. So microns is a half of a thousand, and I get kind of confused with that. So
Right. Okay. So 9 degrees centigrade is 48 degrees Fahrenheit.
oh, okay. So you almost got 50 degrees then.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's almost well, it's mild. What for people in the UK, anywhere between 10 and 20 would be classed as mild. Anything over 20 would be. Let's see what 20 would be. 20 20 is 68 in your money.
Oh, okay.
So anything over 68 would be considered to be hot, I would say.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, I mean, when you go abroad on holiday, you're looking for something ideal. If you're going across to the Canaries, there are one or two places that are sort of regularly at sort of 25 degrees centigrade, which would be 77 Fahrenheit, and that would be considered really really pleasant, warm, pleasant. I remember
Yeah.
we went to Morocco, to Marrakesh, and it was 47 degrees, and that translates to 116.
be
And
careful, Claire. I've
that
already claimed the bed, the dog bed.
Did you see Claire's question? Chris, I
Yep.
almost fell off my chair here. Did you see
Claire,
that? Yeah, look at what
mm,
she wrote.
yeah,
I almost fell off my chair.
That's why I was like, yeah, I've already claimed that. I've already claimed Bear and Stella's bed, so you're gonna have to find another place to sleep other than there.
Oh my
I
god,
let's
think he's got a couch.
I'm turning
let's
red now.
Pete's got a big house, and I mean
I know, yeah, we got
he's the moose, so the moose sleeps outside in the garage,
yeah. I'll take the tent. I'll take the tent out in the backyard. I'll give the women all the beds. I'll sleep out in the tent in the backyard.
Aye, mate.
I
Aye,
know
mate.
karate.
Oh my god, Claire, she just that. I don't know about her.
I'm excited. Claire and her husband are going to be hopefully at the rally, and I think they're
Yeah.
going to be staying with us at the rally house. So I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be a ball, y'all. But just wow. Watch out, everybody's moving into the Dassey house.
Yeah. Okay, we can share the bed with Clarence there. So with Claire,
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
with Bear and
Oh my
Stella.
god, yeah. Yeah.
Sorted,
Oh,
sorted.
oh my god, yeah.
Okay, listen,
Uh,
guys, I'm
Well,
gonna
here,
say
thanks for that.
cheerio and
Yeah,
go take these
thanks
dogs.
for that laugh, you guys. I really needed it. So
Thank you.
yeah,
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
Thanks for being here, everybody. Now I'm getting all flustered. I can't talk. Hey, thanks for everybody to be with us, and hopefully we can get another show together next week, and we'll catch you guys all later. Want to Paul drop off on us?
No, I
I
think
thought
you
he.
wanted
Uh,
to look at my icon better.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Oh,
I,
okay.
Well,
I
also,
I guess
also,
then.
also, I wanted to give the lady the last word.
Oh
Okay, take it
boy.
away, Becca. Yeah, women first. You know
Thank you everybody for showing up and for supporting Paul's channel and for listening to me and Pete. And thank you for supporting Brendan and Steven.
Here, here.
Yeah.
Pete,
And
Pete
don't
will
forget
give you
to
the last word.
Hey, like I said, I love everybody out here. Thanks for being with us, and thanks for believing in my one and only innocent son out there. And
Yep.
yes, we'll fight until the end, and hopefully this year will be the end. Who knows?
Hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully,
Yeah.
2022 is the year.
Okay, and Mr. Paul, you want to take it away? Your final words?
Yes, I would just like to thank the moose that's loose about the hoose
Yeah.
and Becca for
Uh,
coming and joining me. And we'll catch you all again soon. Bye for now.
Bye.
bye, everybody.